Alright, hello, welcome. Clint Eastwood's connection to May, to this whole thing, to the whole, I don't know what you call it, the rabbit hole of the Hoover Dam thing and all the other stuff I've been looking at. Try and keep up because I'm going to go quick, and I'm not going to try not to get babbly explaining ideas too much, because basically it's the same idea. Basically, the idea is we need to come out of the fictional mother, that's controlling us. The fictional mother that's become the old crone that's controlling us. That's what we need to step out of. We need to be reborn, right? This is the whole idea with Christ, being reborn. Right. This dude, Clint Eastwood, why am I picking on him now? Well, if we go back to my, this table, that last video I was harping on about this being a good day. Scrap that idea. Put this a day that the numbers would fit for something happening at the Hoover Dam, right? 1423, and this is actually a 523 when we were looking at it, right? Due to how the numbers all played out in terms of encoding Pentecost here, right? Or Whitsun. So I don't want to go back over what I covered in that video. We've got the two Mother's Days here. And really, if you're new to this and you don't know what the hell I'm even looking at here with this table, you have to go back and look at some other videos. It's basically a set of Fibonacci sequences started on different numbers, grouped together in a table, and we get there's an interesting pattern in it, right? This double cross pattern. So at the center of it all, not to sound too much like David Bowie, but the center of it all, the three eights and the three ones, the three towers, and an 8, right? And so what we've got is this set of numbers references a ton of stuff, right? So if we have, and so does the 5 and the 8, the 58 and the 85. They're all balanced numbers, right? And so this was obviously going to be a good. I should stop saying good. This is obviously a set of numbers that we're going to reference something, important happening. And so this basically references May right here, this set of numbers. And this set of numbers also references May. 341. Pi Day. And the reason why it references is because Mother's Day falls in May. May is the mother. Mary is the mother, right? And this is American Mother's Day, which is also Pi Day. And it's just the way things cross-reference with one another. And we've got a bunch of other stuff in here. We've got some stuff for Elvis, the 37, which is the L for God or Elvis. And also Elvis has the 3-1. If you looked at my Elvis video, the 3-1 of Elvis at the start of Elvis, right? 60, the 6 of man. Diana would be 60 this year. Princess Diana would be 60 this year. Died 97. And so we've got some interesting numbers popping up along here. We've got a lot of references to 77, and here's another reference to 77 right here. I had a little bit of a dig on this. And this 157, let's go up here real quick. Let's just look at this, right? Let's go back, hang on a minute. Let's look at this plane here, the 707, which came out, introduced in 1958, but first flight was 1957, which is 63 years ago now. And in October here, the 26th of October, it'll be 63 again from its introduction. They've managed to get the numbers in there. Oh, Pan Am again. Look, here we go. Pan Am. Pan America. Peter Pan. This is the fictional system, the blue and white again. Look at the colors of the plane, right? Whatever happened to Pan Am? I don't know. Anyway, Somebody can put that in the comments. Anyway, it was developed from this sort of prototype, which was the whatever this is, the 36780. Some interesting numbers again, but this was first flown on the 15th of July, 54. Introduction 55. So we've got some interesting stuff going on with Boeing. Boeing, the bow, yeah. We are the arrow that flies, that needs to fly from the bow, yeah. Those two things balance each other. The bow is the womb, the arrow is mankind. And of course we've got the modern day precursor of that. Precursor. It's not a precursor, Dan. Come on. It's the aftercursor. Oh, here's the song that goes along with it. Steve Miller Band. Yeah. Big old jet airliner. You probably know it. As I get on the 707. This was the first jet airliner, yeah. This is the thing that takes you up into the clouds, yeah. This is the thing that takes you away from home, and it says it in the song, don't take me too far away from home, don't carry me too far away from home. Just interesting stuff like this. I don't have, oh, here we do. Yeah, I do have it up. Here's the Boeing 747, yeah, a later version of the jet airliner. And again, some interesting dates. February 9, 2969, first flight. And the 747, of course, the 47 is independence, becoming independent. Yeah, that's in my chart. Well, I need to stop calling it my chart. It's in this chart. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that have looked at this before me. But here's your 47. Either side of the balance point right in the center there, and here's the 29. And here's the 47 again, yeah. So independence, yeah, surrounding this line here. This is the balance point, and on either side of balance is the independence. And the 29, an individual number that references both of these two numbers, yeah. So an important number, in fact, with the 29th today. It's the sum of these two numbers, the 11, 18 balancing numbers. And if you look, it also is the individual sum of them. So if you sum 1 and 1, you get the 2, and if you sum 1 and 8, you get the 9. So we've got a 2 and a 9 right in each column, and it's referenced here with the sum of the two numbers together as well. I don't think I haven't really looked through the table to see if any other numbers do that, but I think that's kind of unique. So anyway, we're back to this Pi Day, and you know what? With this, we're back to the 31 and the pi again, right? There's no escaping it. This is the thing we're stuck in. We're stuck in the American pie right now, right? And pie in the sky again with the planes. But I really want to get through this, and I don't want to take like an hour. So I happened to look up. I was like, well, what's more American than apple pie? So I looked up Apple Pie Day. Look what an Apple Pie Day is. National Apple Pie Day, May the 13th. You can't write this stuff. So we've got the reverse 31. And another reference to May again. And the pie being to do with May. And Mary being the pie, yeah? The moon is the pie that we're in. It's the big pizza pie in the sky. That's the pie that we're in, yeah? It's the piebald thing, yeah? I was going on about the piebald horse, the black and white horse. Probably where the name comes from. The pie, yeah? The big pie in the sky. It's got dark seas on a white background, yeah? Like the piebald coloration. What did I see in the news this week? This dude on a pie. This actually, I think this might have been on the 23rd. And I'm going to pull up some other stories from the 23rd. But this dude's going. This is in Chicago, the child cargo, yeah, the shy cargo where Route 66 starts. This dude is on a piebald horse, the black and white horse, yeah, like the black and white cow that we all drink the milk from. The thing that represents modern farming, that enabled us to build all these, all the cities, like building the Tower of Babel, trying to ascend, which is a false ascension, yeah. you know, all these things that we create, that's not moving us closer to God. It's actually moving us further away. It's moving us further out of balance. It's the false ladder, if you like. It's like snakes and ladders. You got the false ladder, and you get brought back down by the snake. Both of those things are false ideas, if you want to look at it that way. Yeah. What we need to do is we need to stay grounded. We need to stay level-headed. We need to stay in the middle. We don't need to be falsely ascending, and we don't need to be being brought down by the serpent, by the snake as well. You know, the people ruling the world. That's what they do. They crack the whip, yeah, like the serpent, and then they dangle the carrot, yeah, and lead you on with the false promises. That's exactly the same with snakes and ladders. You know, the false ascension with the ladder, and then coming back down the snake. You know, you could look at it a different way. You could also look at it as a positive ascension, and then the snake always trying to drag you back down as well. But you know, these kind of ideas. But this guy on the piebald horse, he's going down the freeway. Oh, expressway, but I call that the freeway. And it's the Dan Ryan freeway, right? I mean, you know, Daniel in the Lion's Den, Ryan. Ryan means little king, yeah? And that also reminds me of the Ryanair incident. We'll go on to that in a minute. But he's the dreaded head. The dreaded head is coming out of the womb. He's the cowboy, yeah? The cowboy, the boy from the cow. But it just caught my attention that he was on a piebald horse. I mean, you can't write this stuff, yeah? Anyway, I don't want to get too distracted with going off on other tangents, but this was interesting, you know, craziness. He's on the highway to freedom, yeah, the freeway. Well, actually, that's what I wrote on there, to look it up. So, other things that happened? Well, let's just talk about this incident while we're on the subject of Ryan, the Ryanair incident. Again, a row man being caught by the bell. Yeah, the Ryanair, the little king, brought down by the bell again, coming back down to the bell. The bell is the womb, the cup of Christ, it's the bell shape, the bell tower, the clock tower. It's all the same idea. This is the place that we are, that's controlling us, and that's what's controlled Ryanair there. Yeah, on its journey, it's being controlled by the Belarus. What else do I want to talk about? Let's talk about, because I kind of got off on a tangent here, so we might as well go down the tangent and we'll flip back around. Something else that happened at the weekend around this, you know, around the 23rd day. I think the Ryanair thing was the 23rd. I think that horse was on the 23rd. This is the 22nd, but I just thought it was interesting because we're, you know, this is the volcano in the Congo, in the Nyiragongo, you know, the Nyiragongo, the gong, the bell again, Naira, the night, Nyiragon, Nyirago, Nyiragongo. I mean, you just can't write this stuff. And that is in the Virunga National Park. So we've got the Virgin in here as well. And this is the eye, you know, this is the mountain, yeah? This is the, you know, when you look at the side of this thing, this is the eye at the top of the mountain that's exploding right here. This is the blood coming back out of the earth being man, the mountain being man, the blood coming back out onto the land, the blood of man being reborn from fire, yeah, being reborn from the flames. Yeah, that red blood coming back across the moon, yeah, like the St. George's Cross, like the lunar eclipse, the blood red coming back over the face of the moon, yeah, covering the blood, covering the flesh, covering the bones. Oh, hopefully you can understand all this. I know I'm all over the place, but you know, you just can't write this stuff, you know. Nyiragongo, and it's in the Congo, yeah, the con must go. The Congo. And what's Congo known for? For blood diamonds. I mean, it's just like a bloody round a merry-go-round of blooming. Oh, just I don't know, guys. Anyway, so we've done that one. We've done that. Let's go back and talk a little bit more about Clint Eastwood, because this date, we're still in May, and we've got this holiday coming up called Memorial Day, and Memorial Day happens to be on Clint Eastwood's birthday, which is interesting because Clint Eastwood is from San Francisco, same place as the bloody Golden Gate Bridge, and we're going to talk about this here in a minute. And he's heavily referenced in Back to the Future 2 and 3. And what, for starters, what's Eastwood, right? The east is the rising sun, yeah? And the wood is the tree. The wood is the pole. The maypole is made of wood. That's the pole. The tree is the pole, with the arms reaching out. This is why the tree is, used as a symbol for man as well. Eastwood, he's the sun, yeah? The upright, like the prodigal son again, yeah? He's the man with no name. He's got the reference to the man with no name, and also he's the man that kind of follows his heart, follows natural law, if you like, rather than the legal framework of doing things. When he's Dirty Harry, taking care of the bad guys, make my day, punk, that kind of thing. He's the righteous man, let's put it that way. Anyway, the thing that turned him into a legend, because we're going to have to talk about the legend and the legend, and we'll get back into Italy again here in a minute, but this is the spaghetti westerns that he was in, and this Dollars trilogy. Well, it was A Fistful of Dollars, right? The film that made him. And the Fistful of Dollars film, you'll know it, but if you haven't even seen it, you'll know there's what the reference is to it if you've seen Back to the Future. Here it is. Here's the scene in that film that Back to the Future uses with they use the whole thing. Marty's wearing pretty much the same outfit. He's using the breastplate to protect him from the bullets, yeah, of the evil. So, but this was the film that made him, right? Fistful of Dollars, right? So, Marty also, let's go to the right one. Marty also uses this in Back to the Future 3, and he's even got the same bloody outfit on. You know what I mean? So we got Clint Eastwood is heavily referenced in Back to the Future 3. And what I want to say about that is here in Back to the Future 3, Marty's just come back from the past, from the Wild West, over the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, this is the Golden Gate Bridge right here, over Eastwood Ravine. Yeah, so the name of the ravine has changed. Yeah, from what would have been Clara. No, it would have been Clayton Ravine after Clara Clayton, right? And so Clara Clayton is a reference to the moon. There's a bunch of references to the moon, and of course Claire de Lune, all these kind of ideas, like the Mona Lisa as well, the Mona Lisa, but Clara Clayton, right? So we've got Marty, who is Clint Eastwood, right, has now tamed the ravine, yeah? He's now renamed the ravine for man. So man now has control over the ravine is the valley. Yeah? So that's what that's showing you there, I think. That the metaphor there is that man, yeah, this is man, the sun rising, the risen sun, the wood is the man, this is the risen man from the east, the rising sun, has claimed, has renamed, has reclaimed back Eve, yeah, the valley, the moon, for man, for himself, for mankind. I don't know. Anyway, this is him come back. And there's no doubt that that's the Golden Gate Bridge. Look, let's look at an earlier clip. Look. It's even the right colour, you know what I'm saying? But that's what we've just happened, you know. I mean, in terms of other things going on, well, I want to get back to this pie reference. You know, I've just got off on a tangent with Clint Eastwood because he's the 31st of May. And so I'm thinking, well, the 31st of May is obviously a very good reference because it is pi. So again, it's another good reference date for something to happen that involves, you know, the pi, which is the Hoover Dam, which is the Golden Gate Bridge, which is the Space Needle, right? It's all those things. It's the thing we're stuck in. We are the apple, the Adam's apple. We are the apple that is stuck in the pie. There's nothing more American than apple pie. And man, Adam, mankind, is the apple, yeah? And we're stuck in that pie. Let's look at my little doodles here. Oh, sorry. This is supposed to be round. This is the pie dish, yeah? We'll take a look at that in a minute. The thing that Marty throws in the film, yeah? The frisbee, the pie dish. Here's man, the apple, yeah? This is what corrupts. It's like a self-corrupting system. You know, the fruit of that corrupt. You know, the thing that corrupts Eve is the serpent saying, "Take a bite of that fruit." Yeah. Oh. I mean, once you tasted the fruit, and you know, I mean, you know, the fruit from the tree of knowledge. Yeah. That is the things that we're all addicted to. Yeah. We've tasted that fruit, and now we're addicted to the technology and the conveniences. And that knowledge is what allows us to create that stuff, yeah? So having that knowledge is what corrupts the whole system, basically. So that's what we're stuck in that. We're stuck in the pie, yeah? And if you're a posh person, you have a pie that has this lattice work on it, yeah? This crisscrossing pastry strips, right? And that is the matrix, you know? That's the net that's caught us, the matrix. And we're in May right now with the matrix, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is what you've got. Apples and pears takes you up the stairs, if you like Cockney rhyme and slang. The stairs, yeah. You know, the pear is the feminine version of that. You know, this would be where we're born from, yeah. If you flip it around the other way, sorry about this doodle, it's not very good, but this is the womb. This is the cup of Christ. This is the thing that holds us. So this is why an apple and a pear is like goes together, yeah. It's the pear shape of the woman's body, yeah, wide hips. So it's just interesting. A couple of other things I want to say, and I'll come back to this drawing here in a little bit. I've got to get on with this because this can be too long otherwise. But let's just go back to this. So we've covered that pie idea again, the apple pie, the 13th of May. That's the thing we're stuck in. There's nothing more American than apple pie. Maybe a hot dog and a burger, but you know, hot dog. You know, God is in hot water. You know what I'm saying? And we're back to the beef burger, the Kobe beef. Oh my God, I just go around in circles. It drives me nuts. Let's look at Marty's pie dish now. This is the frisbee he throws in Back to the Future 3 to save Doc's life. Here it is. You know, it's got the flux capacitor. Oh, the cup of Christ, the three legs, the Triskelion, whatever you want to call it, the Mercedes-Benz symbol. You know, it's three parts into one, yeah? And each part is split into another two there. So we have one dish, three legs, two little dots. I don't know if you can see those dots on each side of each leg, yeah? And we've got a 6 reference, a 163 reference, yeah? The number that's shone on the side of the dam, Cologne 1FC. Sorry I'm going so fast. If you haven't seen you know, if you're new, you're gonna have to go back and view some of these older videos, but that you will still pick some stuff up in here. But this is the thing that saves Doc's life. This is the frisbee idea is also in Act 2 when he throws I think it's a dish that holds matches on it, yeah, and he throws that at Biff's head, and that thing's got the corona on it, yeah. the corona, the thing that we're in now, right? The crown of thorns, which he flings at Biff's head. That's the thing right now that's controlling us. Well, actually, since the lunar eclipse, I don't know if you've noticed this, but they've relaxed all the rules on the coronavirus. It's almost like the crown of thorns has been lifted, right? When that rock, the rock and roll, has been moved. King of rock and roll, Elvis, the rock and roll, the rock has rolled away from the tomb to allow the rebirth of man. All around this time of Pentecost or Whitsun, right? All around this time of the lunar eclipse, yeah? So we're seeing real world stuff happening at the same time to sort of, metaphorize, I'm just making up words now, but to give us those metaphors, right? So, where do I want to go from here? We could have a quick look at the calendar. So here's the 31st. And we've also got these 3 and 4 days, like the resurrection of Christ and the resurrection of Lazarus. Yeah. So, yeah, Wednesday we got a 4-day to the 29th. Like I was just saying about the 29, it's a super important number with reference to the balance points. And then the 31st, yeah, 3 days. Like Christ's resurrection, like from Good Friday to Easter Sunday, right? Again, the 31st, this is interesting here, this 151, because we found that number in Elvis, if you saw the Elvis breakdown video. And I tell you, let's just go back, I did some doodles of this. The 151, if we mirror it, we get the 121, yeah? You know, this is how we're born, 1, and then we go into 2, yeah, with the fictional clone of us, the twin of us, and then we've got to come back out of that. We've got to become 1 again, right? Also, in Elvis, we have these, you could call them Roman numerals, which wouldn't make much sense, because you'd be minusing 1. 1 from 5 would be 4, add 1 back on would be 5 again, right? But if you just look at them, it makes an M there as well. But if you were just to look at them in terms of the numbers themselves, 151, again, right in the center of Elvis is a 151 in Roman numerals. And, you know, the guy that was just... we're constantly going back to Italy with this thing, yeah? Constantly going back to Italy, because the guy on the Ryanair flight that was arrested, Roman, I can't say his second name, but yeah, it's just interesting, isn't it? Roman. So again, we're back to Italy. In Clint Eastwood, the spaghetti westerns, which were all Italian-made westerns, right? And you know, I mean, even James Bond with Albert Broccoli, he was American, I think, but his parents, again, he was an Italian, of Italian blood. His parents were Italian. So I mean, I don't know what else I want to say. I think I covered? I don't even know what I've covered here now. Did I cover the Mount Nyragonga? I think I did. Which one didn't I cover? This is the one I haven't talked about. This blooming one. Okay, I feel sorry for the people that were in this. And you know, we go on about fake events and bits and bobs going on, but this, you know, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you don't know what's real and what's not. But you know, this is kind of like, you know, why would you even bother faking something like this? And of course, this is the problem with the whole system. We've got, you know, we've got layers and layers and layers of lies. But I want to just break this down a little bit, because this happened on the 23rd as well. And this is super interesting because let's look at this a minute. Let's look at this bit. No, let's look at this one. This is the cable car that crashed, right? I don't know if you heard about this story, but this is this cable car crash in Italy again, yeah? And this is the top end of Italy. And we're in the, let's just go up here a minute, because I think this has got a picture of it somewhere. Yeah, right here. We'll go down. So here's Italy, here's the leg, the legend again, the leg end. And at the top of Italy is just an absolute abundance of dams. Yeah, I've covered a couple of them in Italy and in on the border there into Switzerland. But this thing happens in the Piedmont region, right? The Piedmont region, the pie again. We're back to this idea of the pie, yeah? The piebald. We're back in the pie. So these people were going up the side of this hill in a cable car, yeah? Again, it's like a false ascension. That's what it screams to me, because we're going into the pie, yeah? We're ascending into the pie, into the mother, into the mother, yeah? The mutter one, Motterone. If you look up these numbers by them, these words by themselves, I couldn't really find anything interesting. What was motter? I can't remember. It was something like, I can't even remember now. Blooming hell! It was like fortified area or something. You know, like a stronghold, like you know, almost like a bit like a castle, but like or maybe like a fortified town. So motter. So back into the protection again, and then all I could find for Rhone was what was Rhone? I could only find, I think it was a Scottish term, and it was like drain pipe or something. But you know, how you know? I mean, we got the stronghold, the walled city again, the thing where you take protection into the mother again, and we've got a reference to blooming drainage again that I come across, you know. But anyway, this whole thing, this is in two parts. This this line that runs up the side of this mountain, and of course the lake is like Marjorie something or other. It's another Mary reference with the name of the lake. So I mean, you know, they're going up there to view the lake, right? To view Mary, the lake, the maritime system. They're going up in a car. Yeah, the car would be the spirit in terms of Egypt. But that car is like the van as well. Yeah, it's like it's a carriage. It's the thing that's carrying you, rather than you being out walking. You're inside something being carried. You're cargo now. Yeah, you're like the child cargo again, like Chicago. You're the cargo being carried up the false ascension. Yeah, up the blooming beanstalk. It's Jack going up the beanstalk to get the golden egg, or the goose that lays the golden egg. Yeah. That what you've got to do is you've got to chop that beanstalk down. Unfortunately, this is the kind of metaphors and the things we're linking back to here. But that beanstalk's got to come down, yeah. And with that comes the fall of the giant, the pie, yeah. The Piedmont. That's the fall of the giants in the world. The corporations of the giants in the world. The elites of the giants in the world. The guy that lives next door to you that's a butthole, that's got a huge ego. Yeah, he's the giant in the world. You know, puffed up chest, got the big ego. Those are the kind of people that you know, the do-gooders in the world. I would say do-gooders, the people that think they know best. You know, and they often come across as the do-gooders as well. Well, we should do things this way, and you need to do this, and you need to do that, because it would be good for everybody, or good for. And those are the people. Those are the giants of the world right now. Those are the people running the world. And this beanstalk's got to come down. That cable's got to come down and bring those people down. Interestingly enough, 14 people died. It was on the 23rd, so we've got that 1423 reference. And one child survived. So we had the prodigal son surviving. Yeah, I don't know what the kid's name was. I've probably looked that up before, but that's what we've got, right? If you saw some of the news pictures of this, you would have seen a blue and white. So the lower leg of the upper leg and the lower leg, yeah. The lower leg was this blue and white, yeah. So we're back to the idea of Mary again on the lower leg, and the idea that the of coming out of that thing, or even that's the pure fiction. And when I say pure fiction, I'm talking about terms of a more balanced fiction, yeah, rather than being trapped halfway up the mountain and crashing, you know what I mean? And the one that crashes is a red and white car. So again, we're back to the idea of the lunar eclipse again, the St. George's cross, the blood of man coming back over the bones, the blood and flesh back over the bones, yeah. That's what the idea is there. So that's the reference, and so the reference is that that car fell down, but you know, I mean, that's drawing attention to that idea, yeah, that they were in the red and white car, and from that, there's the prodigal son has been born, yeah, from this almost like collision, or you know, I don't laugh about it, this like collision. What's happened is between the red and the white, the collision, yeah. What's happened is the son has been reborn, the one child that survives. You know, I mean, a tragic event, but you know, I don't know what to say about it. You know, you've got that idea of going up the false ascension. You know, the ladder that we go up. You want to think about those ideas clearly. You know, are we going up a false ladder, or do we really need to just stay grounded, look within, to sound new agey, and not get brought down either? So basically, we don't want to get pulled any way from balance, yeah. When you know when you are balanced, and you how to use that system, like Neo, then you can do those directions because you know you've come to an understanding of how to balance the different things that are pulling you in those directions in your life. Anyway, I don't know what else I want to say in here. I've probably missed a ton of stuff out. It's probably a good place to end it, to be quite honest, because I could just go around in circles talking about, you know, all these different things, the Ryanair thing, and the blooming the guy on the horse in Chicago. You know, I mean, you just go around in circles. I think that's about it. I think I pretty much covered everything. But again, I'm back to these numbers in that Lady Gaga thing with the teapot and the igloo. You know, there's that 31 again. So again, it's another day that would reference the pie, the big pie that is the Hoover Dam, the 31. Just something to think about. Hopefully everything is plain sailing, but you know, this is what it is. It's Memorial Day, remembering the dead. Are we going to be remembering maybe it's the death of the birth certificate clone, yeah? Maybe it's the death of the system. Maybe it's the death of the giant. You know, when you're dead, this monolith is the thing that sits above you, yeah? When you come back to life, when you're reborn, you've come out, you know, you've come back out the ground. You've risen back above the monolith, yeah? You've taken back control of it. You Clint Eastwood ravine now, rather than being in Clayton ravine. Anyway, I think that's it. Hopefully that was quicker than the last time I did it. Let me just... I don't think there's anything in here. I don't think there's really anything in here that I've missed. I hope not. Let me just whiz through. That was one other interesting thing. If you type in the 31st of May into, you convert between the Julian calendar, the Gregorian calendar, right? We can get to a 13 there, which I thought was interesting. Julian date. Okay, well, let's wonder what happens if you flip these around now. Let's see what date comes up if we put them the other way around. See if it's an interesting date. May the 26th. Yes, it's an interesting date. It's the day of the bloody eclipse. The solar eclipse. The lunar eclipse. Oh dear. Anyway, I don't know. I don't really want to go into. Oh yeah, the picture is of him at J. Edgar, the premiere of J. Edgar, one of his films, and of course another Hoover reference. And let's just whiz down here just very very quickly and just look at the films. Boy, what do I even want to look at? Space Cowboys. Oh my God, $1 Million Baby. That's what's on the line right now. The $1 Million Baby. Gran Torino. Torino's actually, I think that's up in the north of. I think I've mentioned that before. I think that's up in the north of Italy as well. Invictus. I mean, oh yeah, Gully. I mean, I don't know. I don't really want. I mean, I don't really want to spend a whole bunch of time on that now. I think that's it. Yeah, 31st. It's an interesting date coming up. The 515, the 1, the V, and the 1. Right. What else to say about it? I'm sure. I'm thinking I've forgotten something, but no. Anyway. All right. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. All right. Bye.